Lately, I've been thinking a lot about this whole productivity, rest, and self-worth triangle. It feels like I've been stuck in this endless loop where I am constantly juggling and struggling to find balance between the three. I mean, in a world that praises busyness, hustle, and chasing success, it's easy to get caught up in the frenzy. But let's pause for a moment and keep it real. Have you ever had one of those days when you're just going through the motions? Maybe you stayed up late working on a project or a side hustle, or you spent one too many hours on social media only to wake up the next morning feeling like a zombie. I bet most of us can relate. I'm in the process of learning to unlink my productivity from my self-worth. It's tiring, swinging between needing rest and feeling guilty for taking it. But here's the thing. I've reached a point where I recognize that both you and I deserve better. We deserve to feel vibrant, energized, and ready to tackle whatever life throws our way. And sometimes that means getting an extra hour of sleep, or simply going to bed early so you can get enough rest. Or maybe just indulging in a lazy Sunday afternoon, whatever rest looks like for you. You see, for the longest time, I bought into the idea that taking a break equated to weakness. If I'm not constantly grinding, does that mean that I'm not good enough? That is something I had to think about for a long time. And it's all nonsense, really. Let's face it, rest isn't the enemy of productivity. It's its best friend. Those two go hand in hand. How can we expect to perform at our peak if we're running on empty? Or if we're running on fumes? You have to realize that your body craves attention and care to keep bouncing back from the daily. I mean, think about it. Have you ever tried to work when your brain feels like mush? It's like attempting to run a marathon with weights strapped to your ankles, which is not exactly a great recipe for success, right? So here's my advice to you. Tune into your body. Pay attention to those signals it's sending you, because there's a reason why. If you're feeling drained or wiped out, maybe it's time to hit the pause button. Take a walk outside, touch some grass, grab a power nap, or simply just sit and do nothing for a while. You can daydream if you want to, because trust me, your to-do list isn't going anywhere. If anything, it's only going to get longer. But when you rest, you'll come back feeling well refreshed and ready to work on it. I'm learning to embrace the notion that breaks aren't just okay, they're necessary. It's a way for us to show ourselves some much needed love and respect. And giving ourselves permission to hit pause, even if it's just for a little while, is crucial. Now, I know shaking off that guilt isn't easy. That nagging feeling that we should be doing more, achieving more, producing more. It's persistent. But let me remind you, rest isn't a luxury. It's a fundamental need for each and every one of us. It's the fuel that keeps our engines running smoothly, which is the foundation upon which all of our achievements are built. So do yourself a favor and grant yourself permission to rest. You deserve it more than you realize. I'm just the messenger. Don't fight me. I'll see you in the next one. Okay? Okay.